everybody is copying Morenikeji's vlogs. This is going to be a video that's talking about, the whole people copying Morenikeji vlogs and what my personal experience has taught me by copying other creators here on YouTube. So my name is Richlove if you're new, and this is my second channel. So I have a first channel where I do vlogs, I do natural hair content, and honestly I do whatever I feel like wanting to do on that channel. And this is my content creation channel slash just having fun, just laying my head down and all that. So I came across this video yesterday and I watched the video till the end, and I couldn't agree more with everything that this person had to say about the fact that a lot of content creators, especially here in Africa, are copying Morenikeji's vlogs. And I think saying Africa would be too much of a stretch, but I have definitely noticed a lot of vloggers doing the exact same things that Morenikeji does in her vlogs. So if you are new to this whole Morenikeji vlogs thing, she is basically a Nigerian vlogger and she does silent vlogs. She doesn't show her face, she rarely shows her face. She rarely talks in her vlogs, and she has done really, really well on YouTube. I guess why a lot of people want to do those types of vlogs, because if we are being honest, they do very, very well. Like Jayan of Africa started doing vlogs when she was talking, she was expressing herself and all that. But I noticed that it got to a point where she stopped, talking, and she was doing some of these silent vlogs in her own, way. And I honestly really, really respect that. Personally, I also got inspired by Morenikeji vlogs. But when I started doing the silent vlogs, it got to a point where it was almost as if I was copying exactly what she was doing. And I didn't want that, because in as much as I loved her vlogs, there were certain parts of the vlogs, or there were certain parts of her videos that I felt weren't true or authentic to me. I almost, and it's so tempting, guys. It's so tempting to want to do what she does, because one, her videos are really doing well. And if you are somebody who is only about, getting the growth and propelling, your channel or your vlogs, you may be tempted to do exactly what she's doing. And if that's the case, I mean, that's fine. If you feel that reflects your personality and you feel that is you being true to yourself, do that and let it work for you. I've seen a lot of people doing that. There's another vlogger called Bidels who does the exact same thing that Morenikeji does. Like, if you see her channel and you see Morenikeji's channel without the channel names, you would almost believe it's Morenikeji's vlogs, but that's Bidels vlogs. And honestly, this is me not throwing shade. This is me not, even hating on anybody, because Morenikeji inspired me to create vlogs. I got inspired to start creating vlogs from Morenikeji's vlogs. But again, it got to a point where I felt like I didn't want to copy what she was doing. Like, I took inspiration from her vlogs, but there were parts of her vlogs that didn't resonate with my personality. Example, those squishy sounds that she makes in her videos, I couldn't relate to that. I felt like, no, that wasn't me. Another thing I noticed about her vlogs were the use of cartoons or animations to depict certain things, like maybe she's taking a bath, or let's say she's going to the market and she's in a car. She uses animations to depict that. And to be honest, I would prefer, I wanted my channel to reflect real life, and I get why a lot of people would want to use that, because it saves time. You don't have to, vlog when you're out. You don't have to vlog when you're in a car. You don't have to vlog when you don't want to. You just use animations to supplement or substitute that. And it works for a lot of people who use that. But again, it didn't really resonate with my personality, so I didn't want to add that to my vlogs. There were parts of her vlogs that I actually like. The fact that she's very, although she doesn't talk in her vlogs, she's very interactive. Like, by adding subtitles, she also, I the thing I like about her vlogs is also the fact that she takes pride in the very small and mundane things. Like, probably, let's say if she's she's doing something very mundane like cooking, like, dishing out food for herself, like watching a movie, she would vlog that. And I fell in love with that. Previously, when I watched vlogs, it would be this extravagant thing, like people going out on vacations, people showing their lavish and very opulent lifestyles. And I felt I could relate to Morenikeji so much, to the extent that I started making my own vlogs. And that's the thing about watching people and getting inspired by people. Like, you see yourself in some of the things that they do, and you feel like, okay, I could do this. Okay, I could do that. And I could do that even better. So I took the inspiration from that and I started making my own vlogs. And I added my own spin to it because I wasn't Morenikeji. I could never be Morenikeji. I wasn't the way she spends her day isn't the way I spend my day. So we were two totally different people. And that's one thing that you have to understand. It's okay to take inspiration, but you're different from the person. You don't have to do everything exactly like the person. So I started, filming and vlogging my life, taking inspiration from Moren KG. So things like she filming the mundane things, the things that I loved about her vlogs, I took inspiration from, those things. Because initially I felt like, who would want to watch you, you cooking? Who would want to watch you doing something so mundane? But watching her videos, I got to know that there were a lot of people that were also interested in, for some reason, other people's lives and they doing mundane things. So I started incorporating that into my vlogs, and that really helped me, like in my personal vlogs. If you're looking for my vlogs, I'm going to link it in the description of this video, so be sure to check them out on my first channel. Anyway, back to the video. So this goes to say that there are a lot of people that I have seen, honestly, that are doing the exact same things, and understandably, because they are inspired by Morenikeji vlogs and they want to do the exact same things. But my question to you is, are you going to be proud of everything that you've created based on someone else's life in a few years to come? Because I go in, or I take inspiration from other content creators all the time. And I do that with the intention that, with whatever inspiration that I'm taking from them, in a few years down the line, with whatever video that I put out based on the inspiration that I took from them, am I going to be proud of the videos that I have made? Because in as much as YouTube is about, okay, you are putting content out there to make money and to generate additional income, for me personally, it's also about feeling proud of the kind of content that I have put out, and also inspiring others for the type of content that I make. So my question to you is, and if you're watching this video, you're probably a content creator, or you've probably been inspired by Morenikeji as well, somewhere in your content creation journey or your vlog era or vlog journey, and this video caught your attention. But my question to you is, are you going to be proud of your content in a few years to come? Are you going to be proud of your content in a few years to come? And listen to this very, very, very important thing, because if you are able to answer that, then you can go through, your YouTube journey, you can do this YouTube thing, be able to take inspiration from other people, and still be able to put a little bit of yourself in your content. Of course, I've seen a lot of people doing exactly what she's doing. I've seen I don't know if it's okay to mention names. Again, this is no shade. I've seen Bidels. There's a channel called Bidels, and she does the exact same thing that Morenikeji does. And if you want to do that and you are still proud of what you're putting out, that's fine. If you want to copy somebody to the T, in this case, if you want to copy Morenikeji to the T, and you are still proud of the content that you put out now and in a few years to come, then you don't have a problem. Continue to do what you're doing, continue to copy what you're copying. But if you are not proud of what you're doing, and if you don't see yourself, or your personality is different from what you're putting out because you're trying to copy someone else, it's very sad. It will be very, very sad, at least for me, if you are that type of person, if you are just doing this because you're just doing it for the money, or because you're seeking YouTube growth, and that's how you lose your identity. That's how you lose your voice. That's how you don't know who you are anymore. That was when I first saw this video, I was very interested. It got me so curious because I've also had that impression for a very long time. Like, I've seen a lot of people trying to copy everything, and some to the T. Like, some are so successful to the point that they copy, her aesthetics, they copy her music, they copy the animations that she uses, they copy the way she interacts with her audience, they copy everything. And this video got my attention, so I started going to the comments, because I knew there were a lot of people like me who had a lot to say about this particular issue or this particular topic. So I went into the comments, and then there were so many comments. People were saying, she wasn't the first person that started silent vlogging, and people should just let other people rest and all that. But I came across this comment that was referring to the fact that Morenikeji wasn't the first person to start silent vlogging. Some people agree that she was the first person to start silent vlogging in Nigeria, which I also think it might be true, because I hadn't, up until I saw her videos, I hadn't seen anybody doing that type of videos in Nigeria, or even in Africa, to be honest. So when I saw that comment, I was like, okay, so there are a lot of people who have a lot to say about this. But the comments that got my attention was the comments that said that she wasn't the first person to start silent vlogging. But there was another, but that's she also, in this case, Morenikeji, also copied someone else in Korea called Amabel. So then I started getting curious about who this Amabel was, because naturally I got inspired by Morenikeji. So I wanted to see who Morenikeji got inspired by. And then I went to her channel and I was like, bro. So Amabel, again, I'm going to link her channel name here, somewhere here. I don't know where. So Amabel is a Korean silent vlogger. So she makes silent vlogs. She doesn't show her face. She doesn't talk in her vlogs. And just like Morenikeji, she does everything like that. So I started watching some of her videos, and I got to know that it's actually true. I know that silent vlogs is very popular amongst Japanese, Koreans, and people that don't necessarily know how to speak English. I'm tempted to believe that it's popular amongst them because, one, they don't know how to speak English fluently. That's even if they do know how to speak English in the first place. So doing silent vlogs helps them to, create vlogs but still be able to communicate with their audience, which is why they include the subtitles. But when I watched Amabel's vlogs and her videos, I got to see the similarity between Morenikeji and her videos. So I got to understand how someone would make a comment that Morenikeji also copied someone else, because since the same vibe, the same feel, the same aesthetics, and all of that. So it got me thinking about my initial decision to add my personality to my own videos and not copy Morenikeji to the T, because knowing what I know now, and knowing about the fact that Morenikeji also takes or took inspiration, and this is allegedly, I'm not saying it's facts, but this is allegedly and based on what I have seen. If you are somebody who is also inspired by someone else, you are inspired by anybody creating content either here on YouTube or any social media platform, just understand that it's okay to get inspired by somebody. If you want to copy them and you're okay with it, I'm not here to tell you what to do or not to do. If you want to copy them and you feel good within you, you are okay, and you feel like you're proud of the thing that you're doing, continue to do exactly that. But if you are somebody who is trying to shift your identity to suit someone else's life, to act like somebody, to live like somebody, to behave like somebody, to talk like somebody, to dress like somebody, to basically do every single thing that someone does, either on social media or in real life, that's you losing your identity. That's you giving your identity, throwing your identity out of the window and taking on someone else's identity, which doesn't make sense because you're different. That the other person is also different. Like that other person is also different. So why would you want to throw your own personality that makes you unique and that makes you different from over, I don't know how many billion people are on earth, that makes you different from so many people on this earth, just to be someone else that you're not? And that's sad if you're that type of person. So I'm making this video because I just thought this is something, worth thinking about. This is something that I have noticed. This is something that I felt at that point where I almost copied exactly what she was doing. This is a video I would have preferred to watch and get to know before, I'm glad I didn't make that mistake, but I'm putting this video out because I know that someone out there probably watching this video who is doing the exact same mistake that other people may have made or I almost made. So yeah, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed watching, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to check out my vlog channel, which has a link in the description box down below. And I'll see you in the next video.